Hello, and welcome back to KISS, Keep It Simple Seniors. I'm so glad that you're here for part two of my YouTube training course. Now, in the first video, I talked about YouTube itself. I give it a little bit about the background, what it is, why it's such a powerful platform, and how people of all ages, especially seniors, can benefit from it. Today, we're going to take the next step together. We're actually going to start building your YouTube channel. And don't worry about it. I'll walk you through it step by step. Even if you've never done this before, you'll see that it's not as complicated as you may think. Originally, I had planned on putting up a screen share where I could show you where to click and so forth and so on. But that didn't pan out today. I just couldn't get it to work properly. I tried a couple of test recordings and it just didn't work out. So I'm just going to wing it and do it the best way I can by explaining what you need to do. I apologize for this video being a little late this week. I did a face plant early Monday morning in my bedroom and I kind of knocked myself out. I landed right on my face. Today's the first day I could really talk properly, but that's beside the point. I'm ready to go and here I'm going to go. Now, before I get to setting up a YouTube account, I'm going to go back to something I talked about last week. I briefly touched some of the YouTube videos that you could create, and I'm going to embellish those a little bit today. The first one is Talking Head. That's what I'm doing right now. It gives advice, commentary on current events, expert tips, and personal reflections. The good thing about it is it's low production cost. Personal connection with the audience is obvious, so I'm talking right to you. The cons, the bad things about it is it can be less engaging, if not visually dynamic. The other thing that you could do is a vlog. That's where you take your phone and you chronicleize the daily activities of your day or something from step to step where, say, you're fixing a sewing machine. You can have your phone or your camera set up right in front of you, and you could talk through that blog and move around and go to a different part of the workshop if you have that in the workshop or your little sewing room or whatever. That type of recording requires multiple editing clips and storytelling skills. One of the last videos that I talked about last week that you could do on YouTube is a legacy video. That's where you talk about your life. You leave it for future generations to see. You put it out there for everybody to actually see, but it's more personalized. It's something that's inherent to you. I did one about a month ago. I didn't get a lot of views in it. And as I mentioned last week, I could care less. That video was for me and for people who knew me, my relatives, maybe children naturally, my grandchildren, and any future great-grandchildren or heirs. And they can look at that because it's on YouTube for perpetuity. And they can look at it and say, hey, Grandpa was a cool guy, or yeah, Grandpa was nuts. But that's the way it is. Another one I want to talk about today to add to my list is tutorials. That's how-to videos, how to explain something to somebody. Now, a good description about it is it's a step-by-step instructional video to teach a skill or complete a task. For example, cooking videos are great for this. Do-it-yourself projects where you can show a project and you can show how to do something specifically as you go along. Tech guides and fitness routines. The good thing about it is, or the pros about it is, it's evergreen. Its contents often ranks high among searches. The cons about it is it needs clear visuals or structured explanations. Now, again, that's where you put the screen up and you point to this and say, click here and that and so forth and so on. Well, unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to do that today. As I mentioned, I tried and it just didn't work right. So I got to do a little bit more research into it before I venture into it. However, what I plan on doing in this video is put bullet points so you can follow the bullet points as I go along. The next type of videos that you can do are reviews or unboxings. That's where you assess products or services or experiences and often with demonstrations. You'll see a lot of those on Amazon where you have the videos that you'll check and people will talk about their experiences with the product and they'll show the product. It's great for affiliate marketing. They're highly searchable. I don't know. That's not my thing. So I'm probably never going to do that, but never say never. The next thing on my list is listicles. Listicles. That's the top 10s. The description of those is videos presenting ranked or grouped information. The top 10 tips for seniors using technologies. 10 most iconic theme park rides. Those are highly shareable and easy to consume. Can feel generic if overused. That's one of the cons about it. The next video that you can do are commentaries. Sharing opinions or reactions or trending topics, videos or events. Reacting to viral videos, discussing news stories and movie critiques. They quickly can attract views if the topic is trending, but they're less evergreen and they can be controversial. You may get a lot of negative comments on it if you put something up controversial. Again, I don't plan on ever doing one of those. Live streams, which I do plan on doing in the near future. They're real-time streaming for direct interaction with viewers. Question and answer sessions, live events, gaming streams. You can build a community engagement and authentic interaction. Less control over mistakes requires setup for streaming. And I've researched it. It's not that difficult to do live streaming. And I'll do a video about live streaming because I've learned a lot about it. And you could do live streaming pretty much from the get-go. You could do live streaming when you get 50 subscribers on your phone. However, you don't need any subscribers at all if you do it from your computer. Again, I don't know why, but that's the way it is. Now, another thing you can do is educational or informative videos focused on teaching concepts, history, or knowledge. Examples of this would be science explanations, historical documentaries, or life skills for older adults. The good thing about it is it's got long-term value, often high credibility. That type of video requires a lot of research and clear communications. Again, you're probably going to need to put it up on the screen so people can read it and follow along with you. That's probably beneficial. But again, we'll get to that in the future. Okay, the next one, number 10 on my list, is entertainment or comedy. Examples of this is primarily for laughs or enjoyment. Sketches, pranks, funny commentary. Mr. Beast does these, and he's been very successful in it. He's got over 450 million subscribers, and he makes lots and lots of money in YouTube ad revenue. I think it's well over 50 million a year. It could be more. I'm not sure. And they're highly shareable, and they can go viral, and they're often trend-based and may require a lot of high production cost or maintenance of it. Again, if you want to do something like that, if you're a funny old person, put it up there. Put up a funny video. People say to me, "Hey, you got a good sense of humor. Put it up there." No, I'm not going to put it up there. I'm no Shecky Green or Jackie Gleason or any one of those type of people. My humor comes in by everyday speaking. So if I think of something, I'm going to let it rip, and that's the way it's going to be. I'm not going to dedicate my niche to entertainment. Another one that you could think about is ASMR or relaxation. The sounds or visuals designed to relax or trigger ASMR or tingling sensations. Examples would be whispering, tapping, or soothing sounds like the sounds of the wind, or maybe raindrops hitting on a tin roof or the ocean behind you. They're very niche, but highly dedicated audiences look for those. The cons about it is particular production needs. You're going to have to find a way to do this. And the last one is a compilation or montage. That's a collection of clips edited together for a theme. Examples would be best weekly moments, travel highlights, throwback videos. The pros would be visually dynamic, and engaging. The cons would be they could be very time consuming to curate clips. Now, my intention today was to keep this video about 15 minutes long. I could see this is not going to happen. I know last week I briefly touched on the last 9 of those different types of videos that you could produce. And today I explained a little bit more about it, and that's what's taking up so much of the time. Let me get into the heart of today's video. I had planned on maybe 8 courses, and I thought maybe I could do it with 6. I don't think that's gonna happen because sometimes I'm long-winded, and it may go to 10, it may go to 12, but I'm gonna try to keep it as simple as I can. It's gonna be a lot of repeat information, and I think it's gonna be easier for seniors to follow along and to, I guess, resonate with my style. There's a lot of how to start YouTube videos online, and there's some good ones. However, I found myself looking at these videos, scratching my head and say, "What the hell is he talking about?" And then having to go over those videos multiple times before it got into my thick skull. So again, I'm going to take it easy. All right, now, what you need before getting started on YouTube, you need a Google account. If you don't already have one, go to google.com and set up a Gmail account for yourself. And you can set up any name your little heart desires. So that'll be your YouTube Gmail account. If you don't have a Gmail account, you're not going to be able to sign into YouTube. You can get into YouTube. You can look at videos. However, you can't comment and you can't create your own videos. I have a friend of mine who refuses to set up a Gmail account. She doesn't want her Gmail out there. I don't know why, but that's her choice. But she watches all of my videos and she sends me an email to let me know, hey, I watched it, I liked it, and so forth. She can get on YouTube and she can watch my videos. However, without that YouTube account, she cannot comment on my videos, nor can she go in and create her own videos, which I don't think she'd want to do anyway. You're going to need a channel name, and it doesn't have to be sophisticated. Don't make it too confusing. If your name is Beth, you can call it Beth's Best, or the Best of Beth, or Beth in Retirement. Whatever you want to do, but don't make it too complicated and don't make it too much of a tongue twister. Originally, I thought of John's World, In John's World, but those were taken. And you could see if you type in the name that you choose in a search bar up on the top of YouTube, and you could see if those names are taken. So what you want to do is you're going to create your own YouTube channel name. And you're not married to it. You can change that YouTube channel name anytime you want in the future. And then you're going to need a profile picture. You're going to need to put up something that shows your channel, whether it be just a little bitty picture, or actually you can put it up there with an initial. I can have mine just saying J as John, but I have a YouTube channel banner that I did, and that's primarily what I'm using. Don't worry. I know this feels like a lot, but you don't have to do it all at once. Even a profile picture and a short description are enough to start. And I keep using this as an analogy. If I can do it and figure it out, you can do it and figure it out. Now, for next week, hopefully you'll have created your own YouTube channel. You've got your own Google email account. If you have any questions, put it in the comments below, and I'll try to get to your comments and answer your questions the best that I possibly can. I didn't introduce myself today. I'm John, and welcome to In John's Universe. If this is your first time here, thank you for coming in and seeing what I'm doing. If you're a subscriber to the channel, I appreciate you coming back and supporting me. If you like what you listened to today, I know it's not a lot. Again, I'm not feeling 100%. My mouth is still a little swollen inside, so it's hard to talk. but I'm doing that, I'm doing much better. And hopefully next week I'll figure out the screen overlays and I'll put that up there. I've got to figure it out. I know I can. It's just going to take me some time. Again, if you like this video, hit the like button, share it. Please share it with other people. Down on this side is the notifications bell. And I finally got it right again. If you click on that notifications bell, you'll be notified anytime I put up a new video. And that's important because it helps my channel grow and it gives me more opportunities to give more information out there in the way I think it's a clear and concise way for seniors. Hopefully you'll understand better. Again, if you have any comments, on broad shoulders, you can put up good comments, you can put up bad comments. I don't care. If you put up derogatory comments, I told you once before, I may answer them back in a snarky way or just delete you. So please leave comments. It's a good way for you to communicate with other people too. And I think the more you communicate, the more other people see, and the more other people say, hey, I can do this. It's not that difficult. So whether you're 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, or above, you could start your YouTube channel. You can start your way into monetization. I got monetized, I think I said last week, it took me over 7 months. It actually took me about 8 months. And the only reason I got monetized is because I hit a video. I was at 530 subscribers on July 8th. And then I put up a video that almost has 116,000 views right now. It's a little bit short of 116,000. And that propelled me. That gave me almost 5,800 subscribers and well over the 4,000 required watch hours to become monetized. So I'm expecting a deposit into my checking account from YouTube for a little over $200 sometime around the 20th or the 21st of this month. I think it takes 3 weeks into the next month before you get paid for the previous month. But I'll let you know how that works. And I'll keep you posted along the way if anything else transpired that I think you should know. All right, so thanks again for listening to me today. I know it wasn't complete. I'm just doing my best, and I apologize for getting this video out late, but at least I got it out. Have a good day, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.